Again, welcome back to my channel, where we dive into the do's and don'ts of post-breakup communication. Today, we're revealing the 10 texts you should never send your ex. Trust me, it's already a mistake, and if you think I'm wrong, just wait. You're going to cringe. Breakups used to mean actual distance. You'd cry, listen to sad music, maybe get a fresh haircut. But now you're one emotional moment away from texting your ex and embarrassing yourself. And deep down, you already know it's a bad idea. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which texts are relationship suicide and why sending them only makes things worse. Stick around till the end, because I've got a bonus point that's even more brutal than the rest. Let's get into it. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Number 1, the begging text. It's pathetic. Please just talk to me. I can't live without you. You know that moment when your emotions take over and suddenly texting your ex feels like your last chance at happiness. Yeah, it's not the second you send that message, you're handing them all the power. Begging doesn't make someone miss you. It doesn't make them reconsider it. Just confirms that they were right to leave. Think about it. When has begging ever made someone change their mind exactly? It's like walking into a store, seeing a shirt you don't like, and the salesperson just won't let it go. Come on, give it another try. It'll fit better next time. I'll even lower the price. The more they push, the more you want to run. That's exactly what happens when you beg an ex to stay. Psychologists call this the scarcity effect. When something feels too available, it loses value. Dr. Robert Cialdini, a professor of psychology and marketing, explains that people naturally assign more value to things that seem rare or hard to get. Begging makes you look too easy to discard. If they wanted to talk to you, they would know. Text will force their feelings to change, so before you hit send, delete it, walk away, because the most attractive thing you can do isn't chase them. It's let them wonder why you're not number 2, the promising to change text. Let it go. I'll do better. I swear, I'll be everything you need. Listen, I know what you're thinking. If they could just see how much you're willing to change, they'd come back. But let's be real, if change were that easy, you would have done it before the breakup. The truth is, promising change after someone has already left is like a company calling you after you quit saying, we're the boss, won't yell anymore, we'll totally treat you better this time. Would you believe them? Probably not. That's because real change isn't something you can just claim. It has to be seen over time, not delivered in a desperate text. And here's what makes it worse. By promising to change, you're not showing them growth. You're just showing them you're willing to jump through hoops to win them back. That's not attractive. That's pressure. If you genuinely want to improve, do it for yourself, not for someone who already walked away. Growth should be about becoming better, not proving a point. And if they ever come back, it should be because they see the change on their own, not because you tried to sell it to them like a last-minute discount. Number 3, the angry text. Emotional suicide. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me. Let's talk about that post-breakup rage. You're hurt, you're fuming, and you want to make sure your ex knows exactly how much they ruined your life. But before you fire off that message, pause. Because here's the thing. Anger doesn't bring someone back. It confirms why they left. Ever seen someone throw a tantrum in a restaurant because they ran out of their favorite dish? It's embarrassing, right? People don't feel sorry for them. They just look unhinged. That's exactly what happens when you send an angry text. Sure, in the moment, it feels good. You're finally saying what you wanted to say. But a few hours later, regret hits. You'll reread that message and think, why did I even send that? Meanwhile, your ex is probably rolling their eyes, screenshotting it and using it as proof they made the right decision. The best way to handle post-breakup anger. Silence. It keeps you in control. It keeps your dignity intact. And most importantly, it makes them wonder, why aren't you reacting? Trust me, your absence speaks louder than any text ever could. Number 4. The apologizing for the angry text makes it worse. Sorry for what I said earlier. I didn't mean it all right, so you ignored my last advice. Sent the angry text and now you're feeling guilty. Your emotions have cooled down and you realize maybe calling them the worst person on earth wasn't the best move. So, naturally, you think I should apologize. Right? Wrong. Here's why apologizing for an angry text makes it worse. Now, you don't just look angry, you look unstable. It's like punching a hole in the wall and then sticking a post-it note over it that says, "Oops, my bad." It doesn't fix the damage. It just makes people wonder what else you're capable of. When you double text an apology, you're not just showing guilt, you're showing weakness. You're telling them I lost control and now I need your validation to feel okay again. And if your ex was already on the fence about the breakup, this just cements their decision. The golden rule: if you already said it, own it. There's no need to double text your way into looking even more emotional. Instead, let your actions prove your growth. Go silent. Step back. The more you stay composed, the more they'll realize maybe they misjudged you. Number 5. The "can we just meet and talk" text. Don't do it. I just need closure. Let's meet one last time. Let's be honest, if they cared about closure, you wouldn't need to ask. We like to believe that one final conversation will bring clarity, maybe even rekindle something. But the truth is, when someone breaks up with you, they've already made peace with their decision. That meeting, it's not for them, it's for you. And deep down, you know that. Think about it. Like this, when you finish a movie, you didn't do you need to watch it again just to get closure? No, you move on and find something better. That's exactly how your ex sees the situation. And let's be real. These meetups rarely end. Will you leave feeling worse, not better either? They shut you down all over again. Or, worse, they're polite. They let you talk, but the moment you walk away, they feel even more sure about why they left. The best closure isn't a conversation, it's moving on. Because when you stop looking for answers from them, you start finding them within yourself. Number 6, the laying it all out on the line when it's too late. Text: I never told you this before, but I love you more than anything. If it didn't work during the relationship, it won't work. Now we get it. You've had time to reflect. You're suddenly hit with all the things you should have said, all the feelings you never expressed, and in your mind you think, maybe if I just tell them everything, they'll see how much this meant to me. Here's the problem: confessing your deepest emotions. After the breakup doesn't make them reconsider, it just makes them wonder, why? Now it's like showing up to a wedding, bursting through the doors and shouting, "Wait, I love you." Sure, it's dramatic. But it's also embarrassing because at that point, it's too late. Love isn't a last-minute strategy. If you truly felt this way, it should have been shown, not told, when it actually mattered. So before you text them your life, altering realization, ask yourself, are you saying this because you genuinely need them to know, or because you just don't want to accept that it's over? If it's the latter, delete the message, because trust me, they've already moved on. And now, so should you. Before we proceed, if you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey. And we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now, let's return to our discussion number 7. The "I am doing amazing." Text looks, try hard, hope. You're good. I've been thriving lately. Oh, this one is a classic. It's the "I don't care, but I totally care" text. You want them to think you've leveled up, that you're unbothered, that they made the biggest mistake of their life. But here's the thing, if you were really thriving, you wouldn't be texting them. It's like posting a gym selfie with the caption, "Didn't even notice the camera was on." We all know that's not true. The second you reach out just to flex, they see right through it. And let's not forget the response you get. It's never satisfying. They'll either say something dry like, "That's great, I'm happy for you," or worse, they don't even reply. want to prove you've moved on. Actually, move on. Post-breakup. Success isn't about convincing them you're doing well. It's about living so well that they hear about it from someone else, because the most attractive thing isn't proving your value. It's letting them realize they lost it. Number 8, the let's hang out as friends. Text. False hope. We should grab coffee sometime. Yes, the friendship safety net. You tell yourself it's harmless, just a casual meetup. No hidden agenda, but deep down, you're hoping for a spark for a moment, where they realize they miss you. Here's the reality: one of two things will happen. 1, they reject you and it stings. Now, not only are you heartbroken, but you're also officially friend-zoned. And on their terms. 2, they say yes, but nothing changes. They show up, act normal, and you leave with the exact same unanswered questions, just with a side of confusion. And let's be real, friendship after a breakup should never be forced. If it happens naturally, cool. But if you have to ask for it, it's just another way of holding on to something that's already gone. So before you send that let's catch up text, ask yourself, do I actually want to be their friend, or do I just want to be around them in any way possible? If it's the second one, you already know the answer. Number 9, that this made me think of you. Text opens old wounds. Remember this song made me think of you. Okay, let's get one thing straight. Nostalgia is a liar. It makes us forget the bad parts, romanticize the good ones, and convince ourselves that sending a text about an old song or inside joke is a casual, innocent move. But let's call it what it really is: an excuse. It's a way to check their temperature to see if they still have a soft spot, for you to gauge their reaction. But you know what else? It does. It reopens wounds that we're starting to heal. If they're moving on, this pulls them back. If they're already over it, this reminds them, you're not either way. The only person this message really benefits is you. And if you're truly trying to move forward, you don't need reminders of the past. You need reasons to keep walking in the other direction. Number 10, any text. They are your ex for a reason. It's over. Hey, look, if you take anything from this video, let it be this. The best message is no message. We love to overcomplicate things. But sometimes the simplest answer is the truest one. They're your ex because it didn't work, and no text, no matter how well-crafted, perfectly timed, or emotionally deep, is going to undo that reality. The strongest thing you can do, accept it. Because when you stop reaching out, when you finally let go, that's when you actually give yourself a chance to be happy again. If you made it this far, comment, no. Texts, no regrets. So I know you're a real one. Bonus point, the drunk text. The ultimate regret. There's no quicker way to wake up in shame than by scrolling through your sent messages after a few drinks. Drunk, you thinks it's a great idea. Sober, you wants to build a time machine. This is the message that undoes all your progress in a single second. It tells them you're still thinking about them, still vulnerable, still easy to access. And if they do fly, it's never what you wanted. Either they ignore you or they entertain the conversation for all the wrong reasons. So here's your rule: delete their number, block if necessary, and never ever drink and text. Because the only thing worse than an embarrassing message is knowing it wasn't even the real you who sent it. If you got value from this, subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear.